Hello, Angie here, and welcome back to UK Money Wisdom. Last week I exposed how HMRC makes so many errors on pensioner tax codes, which is costing pensioners an unknown thousands of pounds in some cases, as you can usually only go back 4 years to recover overpayments. Today, we're exposing an associated problem regarding recovery of debt. Now, this tax code flaw is probably one of the most dangerous flaws in Britain's financial system, as it hides in plain sight, but is difficult to fathom out. That tiny line of numbers and letters determines how much tax is taken from your pensions, jobs, or savings. When it's wrong, it quietly builds a hidden debt inside HMRC's database. And when the number gets big enough, they use their most aggressive power, direct recovery of debts. Let's break down how people fall into this trap. The first way, take the example of the pensioner, a state pension, taxable but paid gross, and a private pension. Now, the system fails to apply the personal allowance correctly across both, leading to the application of a K code, which is incorrect. The second instance is what we call the second jobber or director. You've got PAYE income and a small self-employed side hustle, okay? So just not one income, but a couple. And what does HMRC do? It slaps a basic rate BR code on your second income, but it doesn't adjust your main code properly. And number 3 is the forgotten lump sum. You took a one-off payment from a pension years ago perhaps, and HMRC applied an emergency tax code and have never corrected it. Each month you underpay a few pounds. It's invisible at first, but after a few years that small error becomes a 4-figure liability, and that's when the system stops asking and starts taking. This HMRC power is called Direct Recovery of Debts, DRD. It's been on the books for nearly a decade. And under this power, HMRC can seize money directly from your bank or building society account without a court order. They only need to believe you owe tax for more than 45 days, over £100 in value, and they can issue a notice of intention. 30 days later, if you don't respond, they act. Now let me tell you about Ken. Ken, 74, he had 2 pensions and a tax code beginning with K. For 3 years, the system miscalculated his allowance. The error snowballed silently. When HMRC finally acted, he was away visiting his daughter, and by the time he returned, the 30-day response window had closed. He logged in and saw a single debit of what we started off with, the £5,389, gone in one sweep. Ken hadn't done anything wrong. He'd just trusted the system. And the result? No buffer, no warning for him, no recourse. It's terrifying, but it's also preventable because the same system that created Ken's crisis can be used to protect you if you act first. So here's the solution, the 7-step protection plan. And today, UK Money Wisdom will tell you about the 7-step plan to audit your tax code, clear potential debts, and protect yourself from DRD. Step 1, is the code check, your primary defence. If your code starts with K or includes W1/M1/X in capitals, you're in the high risk zone. Step 2, log in and audit the master record. And what does that mean? It means go to your personal tax account on gov.uk. Log in and audit is what we're going to do. Because if you go to your personal tax account on gov.uk, this is HMRC's master record of your income. Make sure it matches reality, won't you? Step 3, we're going to track the debt, those hidden numbers. So check estimated tax due or tax owing. If a figure appears, that's your hidden debt ledger. And step 4, this is the pension disclosure, the forgotten element. Make sure the taxable element of your state pension is correctly accounted for. Step 5, the voluntary fix. That's the negotiation. Because if you find an underpayment, call HMRC immediately. Arrange a voluntary payment plan or code amendment. This stops DRD before it starts. And step 6, the paper trail. Always demand written confirmation of any changes. Keep every P2 notice, every letter, every email. Record names and dates. And finally, step 7, the DRD response window. That's our final barrier. Because if you get a notice of intention to recover tax debt, act within 30 days. You can stop the seizure of your funds by proving financial hardship or incorrect calculation. What happened to Ken should never happen again. The complexity of the tax system and the unchecked power of direct recovery of debts has created a dangerous trap where innocent people lose their savings to a silent algorithm. But today you have the blueprint. You have the knowledge. You have the power. And next time that notification pings, it won't bring fear. It'll bring confidence because you'll know exactly what to do. So here's how we fight back together. Do subscribe and hit the bell. Join the community of everyday people protecting their pensions. And share this video with 3 friends or relatives over 50 because someone you love might need this advice. And tell me in the comments when you checked your tax code last and whether there was a problem with it. This should never be about fear. It's about fairness. It's about being aware. It's about knowledge. And as I always say, knowledge is our power. Together, we will be able to sort out our financial affairs and make sure that nobody ever comes foul of an incorrect tax code again from the recovery of debt saga, which will happen if we don't do the correct thing. Thank you for watching this video today, and I'll be back soon with another video and more up-to-date news. Bye for now.